All right. I am Dean Rogers, Rogers Revue. We're talking with Jack and Sam. How you two doing?
Well, how
Hey,
are
how you doing,
you?
man? Chilling.
Doing fine. In fact, I spent this morning with my sweetheart watching your program, and we cannot stop laughing.
Oh, amazing.
It is a great program. So tell me, what was the genesis of creating Bust Down?
Woo. Uh,
Man.
so long ago. I mean, this has really been a labor of love. It kind of started with Chris Red kind of bringing us together, and he had a bit of a situation, like a overall production situation, and he was like, "Yo, do y'all want to make some money?" And we were like, "Broke,"
Yeah.
and we were like, "Yeah," and he was like, "Well, we could try to develop this thing." They're asking me if I want to write something, let's do something. And it was like, okay, man. And honestly, that was my first real check I ever got in entertainment. Wow. So thank you, Chris Red.
Chris Red.
Yeah. And I think, from there, we just kept building it. It was so many iterations, so many pilots. We just kept working at it. And as we grew in our craft and grew in our careers, we just kept coming back to this thing that we loved and trying to improve upon it.
Well, that's great to hear. So how would you describe each of your characters for the person who's about to watch this next week? I'm gonna start with you, Jack.
I always call us like Power Rangers. I think that we kind of have like all four sides of different types of those types of Black people that work in warehouses or in the back. Like there's always a Sam type of character. There's always the Langston complaining, whiny character. There's always the Chris who's the dude who stands on the table in the club, and then there's the weirdo Jack, and that was our whole plan. We just wanted to make sure that there's four different styles kind of going on the same subject, episode to episode.
Excellent. That's great to hear. Which episode was your favorite to film or favorite to talk about after it was all done?
My favorite to film would probably be episode 2.
Okay.
Which seems very selfish because it's kind of centered around me, but
yeah,
it felt the most, I was having the most fun. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There's that part where I whisper to Langston, like, nigga, why are you whispering? And like, that just, it felt like me. And I was like, oh, we're like in us. It. Yeah, this feels like us. And we're in it and we're jamming. So that's really like why it's one of my faves, and my favorite to talk about is the church. The church was a blast. Church is very number 2 for me. It was just a great, funny day. We had a lot of fun that day.
Absolutely. Jack?
I would say my favorite to film was probably the last episode. I don't know if you got a chance to see it, but there's like a very silly dinner that definitely is me and Langston's relationship. And Sam in the dress is so awesome. And just the beginning of the episode, watching Freddie do his thing. One to talk about, totally agree with Sam, church. Like outside of the four of us, Gary Richardson went so crazy. Dom went so crazy. The kids, the twins went so crazy. It was just like an all-around star.
Oh, ladies.
Like best of funny. The old ladies were everybody just came in and worked.
Absolutely. It felt like real church. What do you hope audiences will get after the first season of Bust Down?
I just hope that people leave laughing and wanting to see us get into more stuff. You know what I mean? I just hope people just leave like these people are fools. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to what else they gonna do? Like truly.
Yeah. It doesn't need to be any deeper than that. I always say like, we're that show your big brother shows you, like, I bet you ain't never seen this. And it's just silly, dumb craziness that you can just turn on when you're drunk whenever you want.
Well, I can tell you it was nothing like I've seen before. And I'm looking forward March 10th on Peacock. Sam, Jack, thank you so much. Great job. Great show. Hopefully there's season 2.
Thank you.